I, 29 male, have spent the last 8 months fighting for a life I used to take for granted. I'm a structural engineer, but lately, my only job has been surviving stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma. I finished my last round of heavy chemo 3 weeks ago. My hair is gone, my skin is gray, and I've lost 30 pounds of muscle. I look like a ghost, but for the first time in a year, my scans are clear. I'm alive. My girlfriend, 27 female, had a different perspective. She's a lifestyle influencer who built her following on high-performance living. When I got sick, I became a glitch in her aesthetic. She didn't hold my hand during the nausea. She complained that the hospital's smell made her break out. She told me I should wear a beanie in her photos because the cancer look was depressing her engagement rates. Thanksgiving was supposed to be my coming out party, my first meal with family, since being cleared. We were supposed to host at the house I bought and pay for entirely. But a week before, she sent me a text that changed everything. She told me she was bringing her personal trainer to Thanksgiving because I needed motivation to lose weight. She called me soft and frail and said it was hard to look at. She actually wanted this trainer to put me on a macro plan during our holiday dinner so we could get the old me back. I was recovering from literal poison meant to save my life, and she was worried about my frailty for her brand. I didn't get angry. I just replied, "The more the merrier." She sent back a heart emoji, saying she was glad I was finally taking my image seriously because explaining my condition to her followers was embarrassing. I put my phone down and called my family. I told them the plan changed, and I was coming to their house. My family, who had actually been bringing me soup while she was at content retreats, were all in. Thursday morning, while she was at a hotel for a glam shoot, I went to work. I own the house. Her name isn't on anything. I had a locksmith change every exterior door lock and deprogrammed her garage code. I packed her ring lights, designer clothes, and vanity mirrors into storage bins and moved them into the garage. By 2 p.m., I was at my parents' house eating turkey when the text started. She was at my house with her trainer, locked out in the cold. She was filming videos of the dark house, screaming that they were supposed to be filming a healthy habits segment in the kitchen. I waited until I finished my plate, took a photo of my laughing family, and sent it to her. I told her I decided to spend the day with people who actually loved me, not people who saw my survival as a branding problem. I told her stuff was in the garage, and her code was deleted. Then I blocked her and the trainer. The next morning, I saw a text from a number I didn't recognize. It was the trainer. He told me he had no idea I was a cancer survivor. She had told him I was a lazy trust fund boyfriend who had given up on life. He felt sick when he realized the truth and left her in my driveway. But my ex wasn't done. By Friday afternoon, she launched a smear campaign. She posted a video of herself crying, claiming I had snapped due to my medication and kicked her out in the cold. She called me financially abusive and never mentioned the cancer, just my mood-altering treatments. The comments were a lynch mob. People were calling my engineering firm, demanding I be fired. I was getting death threats from her followers. My father told me we don't play in the mud with pigs. We go to the vet. My vet was my cousin, a defamation lawyer. We met Saturday morning and looked at the doorbell footage. It showed her and the trainer arriving, but it also showed her kicking my dog's water bowl and screaming, "I hope he dies so I can get the life insurance on this house." She tried one more trick. She called the cops and claimed I stole $50,000 worth of her equipment and jewelry. I went to the precinct with my lawyer and showed the detective time-stamped photos of the bins I packed, plus receipts proving I bought 80% of that gear as gifts. When the detective saw the Amazon receipts in my name, he realized she'd lied about having invoices in hers. The battle turned into a war for my career. My lawyer filed for a preliminary injunction and a defamation suit. She responded by attacking my mother's small bakery. She flooded the pages with hundreds of fake one-star reviews calling my mom the mother of an abuser. My mom was losing holiday orders and crying on the phone. That was when I stopped being the frail survivor. The personal trainer reached out again and told me that during her retreats, she'd bragged about milking my illness for sympathy while charging luxury hotels to my secondary credit card, the one I gave her for emergencies during my chemo. I checked the statements. There was $12,000 in spa treatments and designer clothes charged while I was hooked up to Infor. Wednesday morning, we met with her and her PR expert friend. They wanted $100,000 for emotional distress and a public apology for me claiming I had chemo brain. My lawyer just turned on the monitor and played the doorbell video of her wishing for my death, the credit card fraud statements, and the IP logs linking the fake bakery reviews to her brand software. It wasn't a negotiation. My lawyer told her she had 60 seconds to sign a confession of debt and a full retraction, or we were calling the DA for felony fraud and identity theft. Her friend walked out on her immediately. She broke down and signed everything. The debt confession for $12,000 plus $8,000 in damages for the bakery. The next day, she posted a video without filters or ring lights. She admitted to the lies and the fraud. Her sponsors dropped her instantly, and she lost 100K followers and hours. Part of the settlement included a permanent injunction. She can never mention my name or health again, or she goes to jail. She had to sell her gear and car to pay the $20,000 and is now working as a telemarketer while living in a tiny studio. My mom's bakery went viral for the right reasons, and the community rallied with huge orders to support us. My hair is finally growing back thick and dark. I sat on my porch today, the same one where she wished I'd die, and just played with my dog. Some people think being vulnerable makes you a target, but when you've stared down death, a fake influencer is nothing but a shadow. I learned you can't put a price on peace, but it feels great when the person who tried to take it has to pay the bill. I guess she finally learned that high-performance living includes performing your own chores in a studio apartment. If you're glad this influencer got a reality check she couldn't filter, make sure to subscribe because the only thing I'm hosting now is a life